Warning. The Loud Spot podcast uses adult humor and adult language in its broadcast. It may be unsuitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, we are idiots. Please don't take anything we say offensive or to heart.
Oh no! Oh boy! Ah, here it comes! The motherfucking Loud Spot!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian, and it's just me on the show. We got Sam in the background and producer Sam, and then we got, and you know what? Is it Trevor? Is that right?
It's Trevor, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Trevor from a band called Sundressed. As we were playing the intro song, I was like, shit, what's his name again? I wasn't sure. Hell yeah, man. So you guys are kind of like a pop punk band, kind of, right, out of Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys started in 2000, was it 12?
12, 13-ish was, when kind of started kicking around.
Okay. Is there like a sobriety thing or a reason why you started the band to stay sober? Is that something that happened?
Yeah, I mean, so I was always loved playing music and was loved writing songs, but I was real fucked up in my early 20s and teens, and
I shouldn't even laugh about that. Sorry, but yeah, no.
It helps me to be humorous about it now, so I'm totally okay with that. But so long story short, I got clean and I was sitting in this rehab center, and my dad dropped off an acoustic guitar that I had, and I started writing songs and kind of realized it was something I really wanted to do that my addiction was just always keeping me from. So I kind of just made a goal to just give it everything I got for a couple of years and write some songs and go play them. And then here I am 10 years later, still doing it.
So did you play guitar prior to being sober?
A little bit, not very well. I definitely kind of cut my teeth and learned. I was always really into writing lyrics and always kind of that side of music, but never had the patience to learn guitar until I got clean, really.
So how old were you when you became sober and started playing guitar? About what age was that?
22. So
okay, so still young enough.
Yeah.
I feel like it's way harder to learn an instrument. Like, I can't play guitar. I'm 40. And I don't know that I would have had the patience at this age to learn. I don't think I ever had the patience to learn. I've tried it. I was always a drummer in a band, and everyone always left their guitars and bass at my house because, the drummers were the band practices, especially back in the day. And, I always picked up the guitar, and I never could learn it. I just never could, man. It takes some people, I feel like, get it. Like, it comes to them easily, especially if you're a singer and songwriter. I feel like it's easier for you to learn how to play. I can't sing for shit.
Yeah, I've definitely, as far as a vessel to write songs, I know my way around the guitar. If you ask me to do a riff or something, there's no way. That's what the lead guitar player does.
So you just do. So how many guys are in the band?
So right now it's just me and our drummer Max, and then our guitar player AJ, and then I have people fill in depending on who's available for tours, and it's kind of like an open Trevor and friends kind of thing, depending on who we can make it happen,
And you said Max played what do you play? Okay,
Drum.
So you don't have a regular bass player then.
We do. He's just not able to tour because he just has a kid.
Damn.
So we had Sydney from Diva Bleach play bass for us on the last tour, but it's that survival mode for small bands nowadays. You have your friends play with you to make the shows happen,
Yeah, and you guys are getting ready because you have an album coming out in August, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a full-length album or is it like an EP or is it just some more singles? What's going on with that?
This is our third full-length studio album, and it's self-titled. We have 3 singles out from it now. We have 1 more coming out on Friday.
Okay, right on. So are you guys gonna go on tour with that album?
Yeah, so the day the album comes out, we're starting a little West Coast run. It's just 10 shows. That's all we have booked for now. But we're hopefully planning to get back on the road later in the fall or early next year.
Right on. I saw your Facebook post about. Let me read my notes here. adult contemporary emo. I saw a little skit that you did on Facebook, and it says side effects include never growing out of your emo phase. And that's so true. I think a lot of adults, you know what? Okay, remember when you were like a little kid, right? How old are you? Like 30 something?
Yeah, 36 now.
Okay, 36. Okay, so just a few years, 4 years younger than me. Do you remember when we were kids growing up? It seemed like, to me anyways, my parents, they seemed so old back then.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still, do you think kids still feel that their parents are old? Because there's a lot of emo kids that still dress like they did back when they used to, listen to the Used all day long.
Right. Yeah. There's definitely a resurgence of it. And that's kind of like the joke I've been making on TikTok. And it's definitely a fun thing to run with on there, of just like our generation grew up listening to this music, and now we're still sad, and we still need sad songs about our life now,
Yeah, and then you said listen to our new singles or something. And he said, you'll be sad you did. I thought that was a good play on words, though, because obviously you want people to listen to it, but it's the whole emo thing growing up, or the whole emo phase. I don't know, like when my kids call me old, I feel like I'm not like my parents. When they were 40, they were old.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not that old. I still feel like I'm in high school sometimes, and I act like it too. Ask Sam; he knows. Sometimes I act like I'm in high school.
Playing in a band is like constant. I don't feel like an adult.
What's your main message? You have a main message that you want people to. You're a lyricist, so is there a certain message that you want people who listen to your music to, I guess, get from your songs?
Yeah. I always kind of say that I really like to sing about difficult things that I've been through, but offer some kind of hope, not just leave it down in the dumps like this is fucked up, I don't know what to do, but kind of tell the story that, like these are things that I can look back on that I've gotten through that, like maybe you can too. And that's kind of my experience of just, it's kind of finding a community of people who, whether it's a mental health thing or an addiction or thing, there's so many different ailments that can kind of make you feel like life is way more difficult than it needs to be. And knowing that other people have been through the same thing has always helped me get through those things. So that's kind of what I like to share.
I think it's crazy that you got sober at 22, you said, right?
Definitely.
That's when I first started getting jacked up, man. That's when I started coming out of my shell when I was 22. So you must have been really screwed up to get sober at 22.
Yeah. It was the harder drugs take you down a lot faster,
Yeah. So what? Oh, so you're doing some hard shit.
Yeah, there's a big heroin problem in my high school. I got it.
Really?
Yeah, man.
You don't see heroin being a problem, man. That's crazy. Like, people do it, but I never thought it was like, it's like an issue that people like fentanyl is an issue. Lucky you got sober before that shit started coming out, right?
For sure.
But you don't think of heroin being like one of those drugs that takes over a high school or friends start doing. So it was like maybe one person that that does it. Yeah. But it was bad, huh, in Arizona?
Yeah, real bad.
That's why I don't go to Arizona. That's why I stay away from Arizona.
It's too hot. It melts everyone's brain.
So where are you guys touring at?
We're doing.
You have West Coast tour, but like it's like California, Oregon, or like Arizona. When you say West Coast, I'm thinking like California, Washington, Oregon. I'm not thinking Arizona, Nevada.
And then we're doing a little loop into the Southwest, like Idaho, Salt Lake, Denver, and then come home after that. So.
Why is it like? Do you plan on doing like longer tours, or is it just are you like putting yourself out there for now? Are you doing anything longer later on?
Most likely, yeah. We tend to, just because we're it's at this point we're all kind of older and we're a pretty small band, so it's kind of hard to make a ton of money on the road. So we usually will do like a 2 to 3 week. Spend time on the East Coast and then come home, chill, work or whatever we need to do, and then do the West Coast and then start trying to figure out how to do the East Coast again instead of just doing it all in 6 weeks. It's easier for us to have a break to come home.
It's tough being in a band nowadays, isn't it?
For real.
You think it's tougher now to be in a band, or you think it was tougher when you first started the band?
Oh man, I would probably say now. Yeah, just because everything is so much more expensive. That's really what it comes down to. Like, that's what's been stressful for me, is I feel like there's ample opportunity to get your music heard nowadays, but it's hard to it's hard to keep an upward momentum of building between tours and your TikTok's doing well and your streaming. You know what I mean? I just see it all as different avenues where I can hopefully hook somebody, you know?
Dude, okay, so what's your opinion on all the different social medias that we have now? You got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. What else is there? Snapchat, right? I still don't even get Snapchat. Like, I don't know what the fuck it's for, but it's I don't know. I don't understand it, but I do understand TikTok and all those things. So are you on every single social media platform? Because that's what sucks about doing, like, being in, like, you in a band and me as a podcaster, is you have to push every single social media platform because you really don't know which one might take off for you.
Yeah. I do the most now on Instagram and TikTok, but I try to keep Twitter and everything else active too, you know, and just kind of based on what the content is, when, like, if I can post it across different platforms. Like, some of it just makes sense for TikTok, but I kind of see TikTok as more of a entertainment platform than a social media platform.
Yeah, it is a social media platform, but I see that. You don't really do the Facebook, huh?
Not too much anymore. Yeah.
You're 36, bro. You're still supposed to be Facebooking.
I still, like, tours and stuff. Of course, I'm gonna, you know, because we have like a Facebook group and stuff that we use occasionally. But yeah, for the most part,
I don't get it. I think everyone that's over 35 should be on Facebook. But see, that's, and you know, and Instagram's the new thing, right? It's not even the new thing, but Instagram's the thing that I think everyone kind of grows on. And I freaking hate Instagram. I don't hate Instagram, but I like Facebook better.
Instagram is very hard to grow on. My wife's a social media manager, and it's like the constant struggle with her clients, for sure.
Right on. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break. We come back. We're going to talk about your song, There With Me, and then we'll play the video. And so we'll be right back with Sundressed. All right. We are going to play the new song by Sundressed, There With Me. Give us a little breakdown about what the song's about before we play it.
Sure. So this is the first love song Sundressed has ever released. I got married during the last writing of this album, so there's a few love songs made it on the album. This one's kind of about, like, just that kind of when you find your person and you realize that, like, all those other kind of situations and people that were there before that were kind of just pulling in everything and just felt like nothing was working, and then you find that person where it just feels like everything's right, and it's just like, I don't want anything from you but for you to be there with me.
Isn't that crazy how when you meet that one person, you kind of who it is? Like, but I feel like you need all those other relationships so you learn your lesson about who you really like.
Absolutely. And it's like, I wasn't sure if I would ever get married, but I met Michelle, and it's just, there's something different about having that person be like, I'm literally down for life, you know? That's a trippy feeling, for sure.
Did you ever change yourself to like some girl you thought was cute, kind of change who you were to try to be with them? No?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I didn't like every single girl I've ever dated, I think.
That's probably the reason why I first had emo hair, honestly.
Oh, really? All right, so here we're going to play the song There With Me, and here we go. This is your newest music video, right?
Yeah.
All right, by Sundressed. Here we go.
I'll take this existential crisis in the worst way, depending on my vices on a weekday. I should be in the moment, I'm distracted and I know it. Everybody wants to be the reason you need therapy. I just want you there with me, I just want you Even when it feels like everything is going terribly, I just want you there with me. I just want you there with me. I'll take the sentimental feeling over doomsday. Obsessive mental screaming can't relate. 'Cause now I got a teammate and I don't think that you're leaving. And I don't think that you're leaving. Everybody wants to be the reason you need therapy. I just want you there with me. I just want you there with me. Even when it feels like everything is going terribly, I just want you there with me. I just want you there with me. I just want you there with me. Maybe more sincerity is all we need, apparently. Give me a little clarity and tell me you're still there with me. Everybody wants to be the reason you need therapy. I just want you there with me. I just want you there with me. Even when it feels like everything is going terribly, I just want you there with me. I just want you there with me. Everybody wants to be the reason you need therapy. I just want you there with me. I just want you there with me.
That is a pretty good song, and it's kind of for being a pop punk song. Well, I guess all pop punk songs are kind of happy go lucky, anyways. That's definitely not emo. You look emo, but it's more of a happy. So it's not a sad song. But is that a true story?
The video, no.
Okay, because it could be a true story. It looks like it could be a true story. So that video shot, I'm assuming, in Arizona. Was that like a flower shop you guys were at or something like that?
Yeah, it was a good friend of mine's flower shop, and we thought it'd be cool to promote her business, local business,
Did you, because I didn't notice it or not, did you have her name of her flower shop?
Yeah.
In the music video?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the neon sign right when I'm walking up the door.
Okay. And was that Michelle?
Yeah.
I had a feeling it probably was. Plus, I was also told to ask that. But I was going to ask that anyways. I was getting around to it.
Yeah.
Sam, thank you for the notes. I was going to ask that question already. So, right on, man. Cool song. That's going to stick in your head. Signed with Rude Records in 2020. Are you still with Rude Records?
Yep, this new one's coming out on Rude. And we have one more on the contract. If they want to do it with us, I hope they do.
Right. And one of your slogans is what? Never give up and do what you love.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Is that like for your band, or is that for you, or what is it?
Yeah, I guess I've always kind of been
what are you playing with over there? What is
these
that?
They're little magnets to help me focus when I'm.
Is that like a nervous tick you have?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I do? I scratch my back all the time. I don't know if it's something I do. I know you've been playing with it the whole time. I was like, there's got to be some sort of nervous something you're doing.
Yeah. Oh man,
Are you nervous?
I mean, always a little bit, right?
Don't be nervous. I'm a piece of shit. It doesn't matter anyways. What I ask you, I forgot what the fuck I asked you. Yeah, never give up and do what you love. Is that about your band, or is that just life in general?
Just life in general, I guess. I guess even, with getting sober, it really felt like my life was over at 22, and there's been a lot of just rebuilding and kind of doing my best,
Is that your life? How much did that change your life? So you said you went to was it rehab?
Mm-hmm.
And did you put yourself in rehab? Is that something that you did, or is that like was there like a whole what do you call it when the families get together?
Intervention.
Yeah, was there an intervention?
This, I had stuff like that similar, because there were times where I had tried before, and this last time it was kind of I want to stop so bad and I don't know how, I need help kind of thing. Like, and I think that's what really made it stick, is kind of feeling that just like powerlessness, like.
Yeah, man. Okay. All right. So Sam's still over here telling me to say things I already gonna say. You got Telltale. You did it. You went on tour with them, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Are there any? And when they were on the show, I asked them if they have any tales to tell, and they didn't. I thought that was a dad joke, but I thought it was fucking hilarious. Okay. So, do you have any tales to tell? That's such a tongue twister name, and I know that if they watch this, I'm going to say it again. It's a hard name to say. Telltale is very hard to say. So I'm not even going to try to backtrack and be like, oh, it's not, because it is. But do you have any? In fact, I'm just telling that you told me to say that if they watch this. Okay, I'm going to say Trevor told me to say that. That wasn't really for me. But are there any tales to tell going on tour with Telltale?
Yes. So being a singer in the band, I've never filled in for anyone else, because I'm the singer, right? So halfway into the tour, John, their singer, had a family emergency and had to fly home for a day. So he pulls me aside and he's like, Trevor, like, do you think you could sing our whole set? With like 1 day notice.
Well, hold on. You're singing their whole set.
Their set.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? We have a day off tomorrow. I can listen to it. Let's fucking do it. Because like they weren't going to be able to play that day because he had to go home. So I, for the first time, filled in for another band as the singer of Telltale in Las Vegas, to about 50 people in Las Vegas. I was the singer of Telltale.
Did you have like a cheat sheet for the lyrics?
I was reading them up until the set, and there was definitely a few times where I just kind of like kind of
yeah.
And people were pretty like, they were just happy that Telltale was still playing. I was like, I can only do so much. I'm not the guy,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was quite the experience for sure.
Were you nervous doing it? Because I just would have went up there and started screaming just random stuff.
Yeah, and dude can sing like way up there too. So I was pushing my voice to get anywhere near there. But it was a lot of fun for sure.
Have you been on tour with any like major label bands?
Closest would be Ann Arbor. I don't know if they're ever on tour at some point, but
I know who they are. I mean, I've heard their name.
Mm-hmm.
So any other interesting stuff? How many tours have you guys been on?
Oh gosh. We've been touring like somewhat regularly since about 2015, 2016. So and all pretty smaller tours, but we 3 or 4 a year, so whatever that adds up to, minus the years of the pandemic, of course.
Are you planning on, I mean, do you want to, I think I already asked that question. Let's talk about your tattoos. What kind of tattoos you got?
Oh, I got all sorts of them. Most of them are like, this one is actually our Sundressed logo.
Is that like a cactus heart?
Yeah, it's like a heart inside of a cactus, because we're from Arizona. We have like the kind of sentimental, hopeful but sad song kind of vibe. That's kind of how we came up with the logo. I have a cool rose right here.
Have you ever thought of putting a wiener inside the heart instead? Like a wiener heart?
Jeez.
It could be a wiener heart. I don't know.
It absolutely could be, and that would be a really good prank to play on us.
Oh, yeah. Or just a prank to play on somebody else. Like, hey, get a logo and have it like be the opposite. Don't have it like be a cactus. Have like a big old fucking dick in there instead. Yeah. And then you got to change the name of your band, though, to Sundressed to fucking something different than Sundressed. What does Sundressed even mean? It's like a sundress, like you dress in the sun, like a girl's dress. I think we lost him at Wiener Heart. Yep, he cut out. I think he cut out.
Yeah, oh, they're coming back.
There you go. There you go. Okay. No. We missed everything you just said because you were like frozen on the screen.
Frozen. You were frozen.
You guys were frozen for me too.
Oh, okay. So what I said, I forgot what I said. I said I think I lost my wiener heart, and then you like froze up on me. What did I ask you? Sundressed.
Mm-hmm.
What is a? Is it like sundressed or is it like what is that?
Honestly, when I came up with the name, there was a song called Sundress with no ED by a guy named Ben Clower that I really liked. And I was like, that sounds like a cool name for a band, but it would sound cooler with an ED at the end. And that's literally, it doesn't mean much more than that.
Yeah. You know, when people ask how'd you get your band name, which I never really asked that anyways. I asked what it meant because I wasn't sure. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times there's not really a meaning for, like, some bands have like meaningful, like, why they named their band something. I think a lot of it's just bullshit, dude. I think that people just come up with names that they think sound cool and go with it.
Name if it passes the Google test, like nothing comes up.
Yeah, if you Google it and nothing else comes up, it's even better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go ahead. Let's wrap this up. Let's go ahead and talk about your tours. I know you want to elaborate any more on what you got going on. And then also let us know where people can find your merch and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so we're releasing our new self-titled record on August 11th through Rude Records, and we'll be touring the West Coast right after that. The dates are all over our socials at Sundressed Band everywhere. We're going to be doing just a little West Coast run, and then we'll be announcing some more Phoenix shows and stuff like that after that, and then hopefully just hitting the ground running with this new album. Pre-orders will be up for it on Friday as well. So I'm super excited to drop all the new merch and all that. So
I think it's always exciting when you're in a band and you have a new album coming out. The anticipation of the release and how well it's going to do has to be a little bit exciting, maybe a little bit nervousing. I mean, you kind of look like a nervous person. So you're probably extra nervous compared to like, because I just put shit out there whether it sucks or not, but I can tell you're like anticipating this thing.
I put a lot of thought into the little things for sure. I definitely drive myself crazy sometimes.
Your fingernails look cool though.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, no problem, man. And where can people find what's your website and where can people find you on social medias?
So at Sundressed Band on socials, Sundressed Official on TikTok, and then sundressedband.com. You can see our tour dates and all that. And also ruderecords.com is where you'll be able to order the album and all.
Yeah, they'll have everything. Right on, Trevor. Well, please stay right there till after the outro song plays. Thank you for coming on to the show and entertaining me with what you're doing over there. I've had a fun time watching you sit over there on that side of the screen. I do want to thank all of our listeners that listen to The Loud Spot. Check us out on all podcasting platforms. And follow us on YouTube and all the social media. Just type in The Loud Spot. You'll find it. That's all the time we got. Peace out. Rock on. And much love.
This is The Loud Spot outro by nothing short of tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this The Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does nothing short of tragic have us back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. Our pimp host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.